Good morning, everyone. Today we'll discuss next topic from chapter 2, that is methods of inquiry in psychology, and the topic is nature of psychological data. In our previous topic, we discussed goals of psychological inquiry and steps in conducting scientific research. In both these topics, we discussed about information of behavior and data collection, means how information can be collected through data. But before that, one thing should be kept in mind that all the steps of inquiry which we discussed earlier are for overt behavior. For covert behavior, different method is used called as interpretive method. It is used for covert behavior, which is not seen from outside, like our feelings, thinking, which cannot be seen. It is written under alternative paradigms of research in your book. In this method, no scientific steps are used. It has no basic structure. We only observe the behavior in its natural free flow. Thus, interpretive method is used for covert behavior and scientific method is used for overt behavior. So, these two things should be remembered. Okay, now let's discuss about data. As you know, roughly saying, data is an information which is further processed and analyzed statistically to get authentic results. Data in singular form is called as datum, and if we have more than one observations or records, then it is called as data. So in singular form, it is known as datum, and in plural form, it is known as data. Okay, now let's discuss what data actually is. Data is a record of anyone's behavior by observations. Whenever behavior is observed, we note that behavior. Means, for example, we are noticing the behavior of a child while playing. So, what is data here? Data is who is behaving, why he or she is behaving in a particular manner, where she or he is behaving, how many times this behavior is repeated, and so on. So, data is never a single record. Means we never derive our results on the basis of datum. Always data is required, means many records are required to get authentic results or to complete the inquiry. Okay, now let's discuss the characteristics of data in detail. These are: data are not independent entities. Data cannot be without any context, means there is always any physical or social context. Physical context means data is always of a person or from any place, means it has been taken from any physical person or any physical place, or and social context means data is always taken from a person and his social contacts, means from society. For example, if we want to collect data of a behavior of a school-going child, then in this example, physical context is that particular child and social context is all those children who come in contact with that child, means people around him. So always data has some context, either physical or social, according to the purpose of study. Third is data is not same everywhere. Means even if the person is same, he may show different behavior. For example, think of a student. He or she behaves differently in front of teachers, in front of parents, and the same student will behave in a different manner in front of his or her friends. And if we collect data from one person only in relation to a particular situation, then our results will not be authentic. We have to collect data from each and every context. Means in front of teachers, how he or she is behaving, and in front of parents, friends, and even alone also, how he or she behaves when he or she is alone. So, behavior has to be noticed from each and every angle, because according to situation, same person is behaving differently in different situations. And the fourth is the method of data collection influence the nature and quality of data. Means sometimes data is dependent upon the method of data collection. How we are collecting the data, by observation or by taking interview or by preparation of questionnaire. For example, if you take an interview of a person, he or she will behave in a positive manner and will not reveal his or her weaknesses. But if you observe a person at home or in some any other natural conditions, then in this situation, his or her actual personality can be revealed. So, method of data collected also influence the information. Means at the time of interview, actual behavior cannot be revealed as compared to data collected in natural environment. And last characteristic is whatever data is collected is it has to be interpreted also with the help of one or other statistical method. But mere collection of data will not be sufficient until or unless it is analyzed and interpreted. Let's discuss it with above example. The person behaves differently in different situations because of the following reasons. So here reasons are the results or interpretation. So data has to be interpreted so that results are drawn, which may be used to solve various other problems in future. Okay, now let's discuss the types of data. These are demographic, physical, physiological, and psychological. Demographic data is that information which you generally fill in your biodata. That is your name, age, gender, address, etc. Next is physical data. It means environmental conditions particularly climatic conditions, summer, winter, etc. Then particular room or building where a person is living, size of room, facilities available at home. So all this come under physical data. Next is physiological data. It is the information about your own physiological body, means height, weight, heart rate, level of fatigue, oxygen level, blood pressure. These things also matter a lot. Means if all these things are not normal and under these conditions data is taken, then the person may not give right information, or you can say may not be able to give exact information. For example, sometimes due to high fatigue level also, a person feels frustrated and does not give exact information. But if you ask him in his or her relaxed state, then the information may be appropriate, or you can say different from prior information. Next is psychological data. It is related with mind, with intelligence, personality, interest, values, emotions, etc. These are also recorded for collection of data. It depends upon the study, which kind of study is to be done, on which topic. For example, if the study is about the increase in, you can say, height of children, then in this study, mainly physiological data will be collected and some or part of psychological data is also required. But if the study is to test the intelligence level of a person, then in this study, more emphasis will be on psychological data. So it depends upon the study, which kind of study is to be done. On the basis of these various types of data are collected, but in general, demographic data is must for every study. Means collection of data starts with demographic information. Next is forms of measurement of data. Means in which form data is measured. Are you preparing questionnaire or taking interview? In both the situations, you have to make a decision that how you can ask questions depending upon the study. Whether in the form of yes, no, or high, low category. Means to decide the categories. If you ask the questions and its answer is in the form of yes or no, for example, are you creative in the field of drawing or painting? Or do you feel low or high when you go out for traveling? Means the category of questions in the form of yes, no, or high or low, where only two options are given. Next is according to rank. For example, if you ask a question about a preference of color according to rank, first, second, third, fourth, or fifth, this is called as ranking. Next, data can be in the form of scores also, like how many siblings do you have? Then answer maybe 2 or 3 or 1, or you can say in the form of numbers. And if you yourself are recording the data in your own words, like in your own short notes, or you can say field notes, data can also be taken from diary notes, etc. Means it should be known to a person that what kind of data is collected from which type of study and what kind of form or category of questions are designed to obtain exact information. Only that particular data is collected, which is the requirement of the study. We do not have to record everything about the person. Only concerned things are recorded which are related with the particular study. We have to focus on our topic of study only. Okay, that's all. I hope this topic is clear to you. Still, if you have any doubt or any query, you can ask. Thanks for watching.